Bajaj Finance Q3 FY26 results, knee and arm surge, earnings hit by higher provisions. Bajaj Finance reported its Q3 FY26 results amid a volatile global and domestic environment, choosing to prioritize balance sheet resilience over near-term profitability. The quarter highlights a clear trade-off between accelerated provisioning and sustained business growth. For the October to December quarter, consolidated net profit stood at 3,978 crore rupees, marking a 6% year-on-year decline from 4,246.5 crore rupees in Q3 FY25. The decline in reported profit was largely attributable to a one-time exceptional cost of 265.2 crore rupees related to the implementation of new labor codes and higher than normal credit provisions. During the quarter, Bajaj Finance strengthened its expected credit loss framework by recalibrating key parameters and introducing minimum floors for sensitive inputs. This resulted in an accelerated ECL provision of 1,406 crore rupees, aimed at enhancing balance sheet resilience amid uncertain macroeconomic conditions. Despite the profit impact, the company's core operating performance remains strong. Net interest income increased 21% year to 11,317 crore rupees, reflecting healthy loan growth, stable yields, and effective cost management in a competitive lending environment. Assets under management grew 22% year to 4,85,883 रुपए crore in Q3 FY26 from 3,98,043 रुपए crore a year ago. This growth underscores sustained demand across Bajaj Finance's diversified lending portfolio, spanning consumer, SME, and commercial segments. Profitability ratios showed gradual improvement despite elevated provisioning. Annualized return on equity improved to 19.6% in Q3 FY26 compared to 19.1% in Q3 FY25, while annualized return on assets stood at 4.6%, marginally higher than the 4.5% reported a year earlier. Loan losses and provisions during the quarter stood at 3,625 crore rupees, reflecting management's conservative stance on asset quality, especially in light of stress observed in certain MSME portfolios and an increasingly competitive mortgage market. Operational momentum remains strong on the customer and distribution side. The company booked 1.39 crore new loans during Q3 FY26, registering a 15% year growth compared to Q3 FY25, highlighting sustained credit demand across products. The customer franchise expanded meaningfully, with total customers rising 19% year to 115.4 million. This scale advantage continues to be a key competitive moat, supporting cross-sell opportunities and long-term growth visibility. From a human capital perspective, Bajaj Finance added 2,363 employees during the quarter, taking total employee strength to 69,824. Annualized attrition stood at 18.2% as of December 31, 2025, a metric investors will continue to monitor given the company's rapid expansion. Asset quality metrics remained broadly stable, though with mild pressure. Gross NPA stood at 1.21% in Q3 FY26 compared to 1.12% in Q3 FY25, while net NPA improved marginally to 0.47% from 0.48%. The provisioning coverage ratio on Stage 3 assets remained healthy at 61%. Management had earlier trimmed its free 26 growth guidance to 2-23% from 24-25%, citing stress in MSME loans and heightened competition in mortgage lending. This conservative recalibration aligns with the company's decision to front-load provisions and strengthen risk buffers. Market reaction to the results was positive, with the stock rising nearly 7% to 964 rupees or 75 paise following the announcement. The rally suggests that investors are looking through the near-term earnings impact and focusing on core growth, asset quality discipline, and long-term franchise strength. The shareholding pattern reflects high institutional confidence and stability. Promoter holding has remained steady around 54.7% over recent quarters, while FIIs have gradually increased their stake to over 21%, indicating sustained foreign investor interest. These continue to hold a meaningful 14-15% stake, while public shareholding has gradually declined, reflecting deeper institutional ownership. Overall, Bajaj Finance's Q3 FY26 results highlight a deliberate strategy of sacrificing short-term profitability to reinforce balance sheet strength and long-term sustainability. Strong growth in NIM, and customers suggests the business engine remains firmly intact. The key investor question now is whether Bajaj Finance's conservative provisioning cycle is nearing its peak and can pave the way for sharper earnings recovery as credit costs normalize. With growth guidance moderated and asset quality buffers strengthened, does the current phase mark a prudent reset before the next leg of compounding, or are risks in MSME and mortgages likely to persist longer than expected? Share your view on how you see Bajaj Finance's risk-reward shaping up from here. If you found this breakdown useful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and follow us for more detailed company result analysis.